My landlady had 3 lovely daughters. They used to come and make my bed each day.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. I was about to say it's chilly again. It's bloody December tomorrow. Of course it's sodding chilly. It's the middle of winter. Oh, I'm a silly sod. It's 4 degrees, darlings, so it's not all that cold, really, is it? Well, hello, and thank you for joining me on today's daily diary. Right. It is Sunday, the 30th of November, the last day of November. I'll just give the screen a very quick blast. Don't touch that knob. Talk amongst yourselves. That's enough of that. Yeah, and as I say, it's 4 degrees. Oh, I've not been in Nettie today. Oh, neglected Nettie. Hello, Yvette. Hello, Crabbers. Darling Nettiekins. Bless her. God, what a fabulous thing she is. I've had a lovely day. I've had a lovely day. I slept really well. Didn't wake up too early. Woke up feeling okay. I've got, oh, and pardon me if I'm a bit croaky or sniffy or nose blowy or sneezy or whatever. I seem to have picked up the coldy, fluey thing that, oh, the hell happened there? Well, I mean, I stalled, but not sure why. Oh well, we'll just crack on. Yeah, I've picked up a bit of a thing, so apologies if I sound suboptimal in any way. Let's give the screen a wash. Yes, it's just been a lovely day. I haven't done anything. I made lunch, made a nice Sunday lunch. The rest of the day, to be honest, I spent the whole day pretty much howling with bloody laughter. Me and the previously honourable former Minister for Tenting have just been having a proper laugh. And we've been arguing about who's the most immature. I maintain that she's 12 and I'm 10. She maintains that I'm 10 and she's 9. But yeah, I'm the one who would go on the slide at a playground. But yeah, so we've just been having a real laugh all day. Almost literally laughing our asses off. I was genuinely surprised when I went to fondle my own buttocks that they were still there. I thought I'd laughed them off. And that made me think that there have been comments saying, who's the former Minister for Tenting? What's that all about? I've seen that quite a few times. And of course, there are a lot of you who are new to the channel who came along after the eviction video or who came along after the accident video, and you've got no idea who the Honourable Minister for Tenting is and what the tenting thing was all about. Now, it's all in videos, but I've got 2,500 videos in my back catalogue. You're not going to go through all of those, are you? So I thought I would explain the two stories. The story of the tenting that hasn't happened yet, and the story of the former Minister for Tenting. Oh, bloody hell, budge over. Oh, bloody hell, was that a helmet imp? Blimey. So, the story of tenting, right. This is a long one. This has been going on forever. For ages and ages and ages. The community, certainly the inner scrotum, the live stream community, they love nothing more than seeing me well and truly out of my comfort zone. They've tried to get me to go to gay places, all sorts of things, and they wanted me to go tenting. been a thing for about 2 years. We even planned a community tenting get-together. A former member of the community had a friend with a private field, and it just kind of never happened. Now, earlier this year, I actually re-raised the issue of tenting, and I raised it after I got Nettie, my motorhome. And I've got a love affair with Snowdonia. And when I got Nettie, I began to realise that Nettie and Snowdonia were never going to mix, because I only get a Monday. I only get that one night. And it wasn't going to be logistically viable in terms of time to take Nettie to Snowdonia and back on a Monday and Tuesday morning. She's too slow. And also it would be too expensive because Nettie likes a lot of fuel. And so I didn't want to miss out on Snowdonia, because another story, I got reconnected with Snowdonia due to a friend and stuff. So I wanted to be spending time in Snowdonia. I tried hotels, didn't get on with them. A couple of times booked a hotel in Carnarvon, Premier Inn one time, Travelodge another time. I find them soulless and not pleasant places to be, although I adored Carnarvon. So I came up with the idea of tenting. I thought I can take Officer CRABTREE to Snowdonia. He's a fast car, so easily viable in terms of time, and he's economical, so viable in terms of finance. So I thought, right, I'll save up, get some tenting gear, and I'll do tenting. So this went on over the space of this year. That was, if you wonder about 2-ton Ted's tenting tin, that tin was introduced to save money for tenting gear. I called him the tenting tin, and somebody else said, you got to call him 2-ton Ted the tenting tin. And so that's how 2-ton Ted the tenting tin came to be. The deal was that money went in there, and that was saved towards tenting. Now, I ended up buying, one way or another, a complete tenting setup, the whole kit and caboodle. And me being me, I kind of went properly over the top. Friends are telling me, we'll lend you a tent, see if you like it, before you go out and buy anything. Just buy a small basic tent. You can get one from Go Outdoors for 30-40 quid, blah 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 blah. Yeah, not me. I was worried about two things: a comfortable bed, well, three things: a comfortable bed, somewhere to live stream, keeping my wine cold, and decent coffee for the morning. So I bought this amazing bed, got it off eBay, and it's phenomenal. It's like a fold-up bed with an inflatable mattress built in. It's queen size, it's huge, and it's amazing. But then it wouldn't fit into the tent that I was planning to buy, so I ended up buying a much bigger tent. I've got a 5-man tent, for God's sake. I've got a 5-man, what makes it? Berghaus. I'm trying to remember the model number, can't remember. It's a Berghaus something 500. I've got this amazing bed, and I went OTT with everything. I've got specialised cutlery sets, crockery sets, I've got bloody super duper sleeping bags, pillows, everything, absolutely everything. So I got all of this gear, and it's all sitting in the back of Officer CRABTREE. The full kit and caboodle, everything that you could possibly think of that you might need, everything. And so that's there in the back of Officer CRABTREE. And what happened then was, when push came to shove, I never quite got round to doing the tenting. It just never happened. There was one reason and then another reason, and everybody just started taking the piss, and I even wrote songs about it. On one of the Netty videos, there's a song called He's Supposed to Be Tenting, and it became a standing joke that I've got all of this fabulous gear in the back of the car and it's never been used. Right, so I'm going to jump from that story to another story, and then I will tie the two together for you. So, the other story. So we go back to earlier this year, and a couple of names started creeping into the live streams. A couple of YouTube account names, and they were new to me, and they became regulars in the live stream. One of them was called Fairy Sprinkles, I think, and the other one was called Melanie. And the first time that they really crossed my radar, I remember this, there was a particular live stream when one of these characters, the one called Melanie, put a comment in the live stream saying, I drove past your place today, you were outside washing your car. And I thought, didn't have a clue who this person was. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Are you quite local then? And I thought, shit, I was having a bad hair day today, and I was properly out in my scrubs. And I remember sending a message to Sean and Carol saying, last night in the live, somebody said that, and they said, yeah, we watched it, we saw. I said, right, so are you always aware when you leave your front door that somebody might be driving past, or somebody might see you or whatever? And they said, oh yeah, absolutely. And Carol was saying, I usually walk around with a resting bitch face. Since I've started doing YouTube, I've forced myself to walk around with a smile. And Sean was saying, yeah, I always assume that whenever I'm anywhere, somebody's going to recognise me. So I always try and make sure that I'm reasonably presented. And Carol said the same about that as well. She said, yeah, I always make sure that I'm well dressed and all of that. And I'm thinking, well, I'm Mr. Bloody Naive then, aren't I? Because I've been known to wonder how to put the bin out in my underpants. But then, you know, it was quite a new thing to me to start getting recognised and to start having people often deliberately drive past or whatever. Anyway, so that was that. And they're just two names in the live streams, and they became quite regular. Suddenly, it's a Friday night in the restaurant, and doing my thing, blah blah blah, and I'm standing behind the bar when some customers come up to the bar to pay their bill. They'd been on table 4, 3 ladies, and they came to the bar to pay their bill. Somebody was taking their card payment. Probably, I can't remember who it was, Omri or Chin or somebody. And I just wandered behind the bar to do whatever the hell it was I was doing. And suddenly, one of the ladies said, hello Boaty, we love your videos. And I said, oh, now it's not the first time that's happened, and it's happened quite a few times since, but it was still quite a rare thing then for somebody to come into the restaurant, and turns out they're one of my viewers. Peter and Chloe happened with them, and quite a few others. But anyway, they said, yeah, we love your videos. I'm Sprinkles and this is Melanie. So I said, oh wow. And they'd come to the restaurant. It was their mum's birthday, so their sisters, turns out, and they brought their mum out for a birthday meal, and they came to the restaurant, and that was the first that I knew of it when they were paying the bill. So now this is where we're going to get a bit of community involvement, because we've been arguing again today about who stalked who. I maintain that I was stalked, and the former Minister for Tenting maintains that I stalked her. So you can decide. Put in the comments below. Put in the comments who you think stalked who. So they turn up at the restaurant, right? Now, I'm a red-blooded man. So, you know. Right, so I walked them to their car. Because, yeah, I rather like the look of Melanie. So I thought, right. So they're leaving, so I tag along, don't I? Walk them to their car, have a chat, blah, 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 blah. That was on the Friday. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. I'm pretty sure it was the next Monday, I think it was. I'm out in Netty, and I'm doing my second ever wild camp, my second ever off-grid wild camp in Netty, and I was up at Stanage Edge and had a perfectly pleasant evening, and at 10 o'clock I started the Monday night live from the motorhome, that live stream. Middle of the live stream, there's a phone call on the community portable electronic telephonic device. Where are you? We're trying to find you. Which kind of took me by surprise. I knew who it was, I recognised the voice. Where are you? We're at Longston Edge. I said, I'm not at Longston Edge. I didn't go to Longston, because that was where I'd done the first one. So they assumed that was where I was going to be on the second one. And they said, we'll find you. So there was a bit of messaging, and the next thing you know, it's like 11:15 at night, and there's a knock on the door. So the girls have managed to track me down where I was in the arse end of nowhere, down a dead end road in Stanage Edge. They've come out in their camper van, and that was it. Knock, knock, knock on the door at bloody 11:15. Now, if that's not stalking, I don't know what the bloody hell is. But Melanini's argument is that I actually started it by chasing them to their car on the Friday night. You let me know in the comments, what do you think? So that was it. So the girls came in, joined me on the live stream. We had a lot of laughs. It was a very late night, and kind of went to bed very late, and we spent the night parked up together. Now, I'd been promised a bacon panini in the morning. There'd been a lot of bacon panini talk over the evening, and it was a thing, and yeah, Melanie had promised me a bacon panini for the morning. But as it happens, by the time I got up, and I wasn't up late, the girls had buggered off. They'd had a terrible night, hadn't had any sleep. They're up at the crack of dawn, and they buggered off home before I even woke up, so didn't get the bacon panini. But there you go. That was that. And so that kind of sparked friendship, you know. So yeah, friendship developed from that. And what happened again? Comfort zones and all of that. I hate carveries, so the community insisted that I should go for a carvery and describe the experience. As it turns out, Mel hates carveries too, so we went together, did the carvery thing, and you know, Mel continued to be a regular member of the inner scrotum, and a very popular one too, especially with the boys, because yes, after that live stream, and once they found out that she was single, quite a lot of the boys were boys will be boys, you know. And this is where the stories begin to tie together, because it turns out that Melanie, she's very much an outdoors girl. She loves tenting, she loves wild tenting, and she loves doing it rough and basic. And so I can't remember exactly how it all came about. It might have started in the live stream. I think it started in the live stream that during all of the bants, they were ripping it out of me for never having actually used the tent. And I think it was in the live stream, Mel said, I'll come with you and make sure you do it. So at that point, well, at some point thereafter, Melanie became Melanini, because there was a lot of talk about the bacon panini that I never got. Yes, Melanie promised to let me nibble on her panini, and it didn't happen. So Melanie became Melanini, and Melanini became the Honourable Minister for Tenting. And it became a thing that Melanini was going to come and do the tenting thing with me, to make sure that once and for all I finally did it. And it worked out that Mel arranged it all, but she didn't tell me any of the details. It was a secret, nobody else knew. She booked the campsite. I know it was somewhere in North Wales, but that's all I know. And she wouldn't tell me where it was or anything. All she told me is that she was planning to take a raincoat, walking boots, and lingerie. Where the bloody hell is she taking me? So that was going to be my first tenting experience. Oh, because I've never tented. I've never done it. It was going to be another list of things I've done this year for the first time. First winter dip in the sea, first night in a motorhome, first time bagging a trig. I've done a lot of firsts this year, and that was going to be another first time tenting. So yeah, and it was all arranged. Mel booked it all. I bought the last few little bits. We bought some of them together, actually. And yeah, I was very excited. I had no idea where I was going, no idea what was happening, and it was all exciting. And that was all booked for a Monday. And then the Friday before that Monday was when I had the car accident. And stupid me, you know, I'm in a car accident that I wasn't expected to survive, and I think I'm going tenting 2 days later. That's how daft I am. Now, Melanini, worth her weight in gold, bless her. I had the accident on the Friday night. Saturday, she was straight round, and she bought, because I couldn't do anything. I was talking about this on a live. I couldn't sit, stand, couldn't sleep, I couldn't use a lavatory, I couldn't wash. couldn't do anything. So Nurse Melanini came round with a bewildering array of medication. She brought steak, fresh vegetables from her garden, some very expensive wine that I'm saving for Christmas, and bless her, she made sure that I had absolutely everything that I needed to survive for a while, because, pardon my language, but I was fucked up. I was really fucked up. I broke a lot of bones. I did a lot of damage to myself. I was in a 80-mile-an-hour head-on collision, you know. So I wasn't in a good way. So bless her for doing that. And then we did a live stream together on that night, actually. And then on the Monday, when we should have been tenting, Mustard came round, good old Captain Mustard, and we ended up doing an afternoon live stream, and I was off my tits on pain and lack of sleep and a bewildering array of medication, and I was a bit out of character, and I was a bit inappropriate. Well, I was quite a lot inappropriate, actually. And Melanini decided that, yeah, not sure that I want to be associated with this character, and kind of distanced herself for ages. And so yeah, there was no contact, there was no tenting, there was certainly no bacon panini, and that went on for, oh God, well, the accident was July the 11th, so Monday would have been about the 14th, wouldn't it? July, August, September, yeah, it was 2 or 3 months that there was kind of no contact, and then we started chatting again and kind of cleared the air and renewed the friendship, as it were. so that's the story of the tenting. That's to tell you who the Honourable Minister for Tenting is and why she's known as Melanini Panini. And yeah, because I'm sure, you know, any of you who came along to the channel after the accident, you'll have no clue who Melanini is, because she's not been out. Obviously, she stepped away and wasn't active in the live streams or the videos. Pardon me, need to blow my nose again. So, to this day, I have not had the oft-promised bacon panini. To this day, I do not know where that tenting was booked to take place. She still won't tell me. But we are friends again, which is nice. And some of you will have now met her, because obviously Melanini came with me to the last community Sunday lunch, and I hope she'll be coming to the next one too. So there you go, that's the story of that. And when she did begin to reappear in the live stream community, and I can remember the night that I first saw this, it was when I was in Broadway with the lovely Jen. Jen and I met up for a motorhome Monday at the Caravan and Motorhome Club in Broadway, and oh God, that was fantastic. And she suddenly showed up in the live stream, and she changed her YouTube name to the ex-Minister for Tenting, which just made me wet myself. So there you go, that's the story of the previously Honourable former Minister for Tenting, and that is the story of the tenting, which has still never happened. I've still not done tenting, and yes, I've still got all that gear, sitting in the back of Officer Crabtree. And yes, I do plan to actually do tenting next year. Will it happen? Watch this space. Will I ever get the bacon panini? Who knows? So there you go. If you've wondered about either of those things, there you go, that's filled you in. And if you already knew about them, then I hope you enjoy being reminded about them. And you can watch the live streams where the girls stalked me. That one, have a look on the Netty playlist, and the video is called Hunted Down at Midnight and They Found Me. And there was a live stream that night as well. And yeah, so you can see it all on the videos and the lives. Right, thank you very much for watching and or listening. Thank you for your company. Wouldn't be the same without you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, toodle pip. Cheerio, darlings. See you tomorrow.
My landlady had 3 lovely daughters. They used to come and make my bed each day. They used to come and clean my living quarters, but their mother made quite sure they didn't stay. There was Mary, she seemed chary. There was Helen, she seemed well and truly skeptical about my qualities. There was Julie, she was truly well proportioned, but her caution brought exhaustion on my aching arteries. But I was wrong, they weren't at all impervious to the possibilities of high romance. And I sensed a certain girlish nervousness in the way they folded my pajama pants. And I was right, for late one night, sweet little Mary, like a fairy, as I lay sleeping, came a-creeping to my side. She was mine, it was divine, but we were doomed, for very soon into the room came Sister Helen, and she cried, Mary, go to bed. Off Mary went. Now, young man, Helen said, for your punishment, we mustn't have a fight, we mustn't make a row. Turn off the light, it's my turn now. Well, after all, I'm young and relatively vigorous, and though I still protest my innocence by temperament, I'm strictly unpolygamous, and if I sinned in self-defense. Nevertheless, I must confess I wouldn't miss that sort of bliss, and when it ended, I was rendered comatose, when loud and clear, very near in my ear, a loud voice spoke, and I was awoken from my post-coital doze. Helen, go to bed. Helen went away. Now, young man, Julie said, you will have to pay. You've blighted Helen's charms, filched her purity. Open up your arms, come and filch me. I was amazed and really rather tired. I thought I'd given all that I could give. A little kip was all that I desired, but I'm British, so my upper lip was stiff. She was chaotic, idiotic, quite exotic and ecstatic, acrobatic and emphatically fine. All to no good, for when I could open my eyes, to my surprise, I found a mother looking into mine. Julie, go to bed. Julie left the scene. Now listen, Ma, I said I know the old routine. I'll do what you like, but I shall be vexed, and I'll bloody well go on strike if Grandma's next.
channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Boaty's such a great guy, such a great guy, very tall, such a great guy. I wish Boaty was here in America with me right now.
You twat. Wanker.